Hi, and welcome to this edition of Ask the Expert. My name is George, and I'm the owner of Caring Transitions here in Somerset, New Jersey. I wanted to share something with you today that's been on my mind recently. I've been thinking pretty seriously about selling my house and downsizing, and I'm trying to decide at this stage of my life, uh, should I be putting the money into the earnings from the house into a savings account? Uh, I don't know if the stock market is too risky for me. I've got grandchildren, and maybe I was also thinking about starting a trust fund for them. So, when it comes to my own financial welfare, I've got so many questions that I've asked CPA Dennis Harabin to join us and hopefully get an answer to some of those questions. So, hi, Dennis.
Hey George, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for taking out the time to be here today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for giving me the chance and opportunity to be here. George, I've used you guys in the past. I mean, I just love the opportunity to engage with you. So
Great,
I'm
great.
excited to be here. Thank you.
So the name of your firm is Relax Tax, which I find interesting, Dennis, because when I'm thinking about taxes, I'm not relaxing too much. So can you tell me how that name Relax Tax
Sure.
came about?
Unless you're a millennial, most people aren't chill about taxes. I mean, they seem to be chill, but everyone else, no, they get a little upset about it. And actually, it was a woman from Somerset. Her brother had actually he was sick and he was ill, and she would drive him over to our location. We had a physical location there, and he actually used a coupon. So he came in based on a coupon. I did his taxes. Everything happened. About a year later, she calls me back and says, "Dennis, Joe died, and I've got a problem." And I said, "Oh, really? He seemed to have everything in order. Yeah, I could take care of his tax and everything." No, he had millions of dollars. I keep finding more and more money, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I said, well, Jane, first of all, that's a first world problem. Relax, we have it covered. But every time she was stressed, and I find that this generation was so more stressed about what to do with the money, how to do it, what should I do for my kids, the money actually stressed her and put her in that situation. So I would always say, relax, relax. And we got everything covered. And she said, you know what? I'm only relaxed when I'm here with you, and you should call this place Relax Tax. And I said, you know what, Jane? I'm gonna. And I literally changed the name. It was about 12 years ago, and I changed the name of the firm to Relax Tax. It went well, and that's how it came about.
That's a great story. So one of the reasons that I wanted you to come on the show today is if I understand correctly, one of the services that you offer is financial planning, which, of course, given the potential sale of my house, that's very much on my mind these days. And I know that you at Relax Tax, you take a fairly unique approach to financial planning. I've heard you refer to it as the legacy approach. So can you explain to us what you mean by a legacy approach to financial planning and why that should be important to me?
Sure, sure. Now, first and foremost, yeah, we have a playbook. So we literally have a playbook. So it's less of a financial plan. A lot of people hear financial planners and they think about a guy in a slick hair back hair trying to sell them stuff. What we really are is we're a financial architect. We've been all about taxes from day one, but we found that most people don't have a tax problem. They have a cash flow problem, or they have too much money and they're not using it appropriately. So what we do is we've architected a playbook that is set for each individual. And in the end, you're going to have a legacy. I mean, your legacy, you're building your legacy now, and it's going to be there after you're gone. So no matter what, you're always building your legacy, whether you realize it or not. And things go better in life when they're planned. So with our playbook, we customize our plan based on what your needs are. We address 6 different things in 6 different areas. And often, at certain points in your life, it becomes about legacy. Once you've gotten to a certain point, it's more focused on the legacy aspect because you're not really going to change the income. You're not getting a new job. You're not doing those aspects that we help people when they're younger, but we actually help with the legacy piece as they reach a certain part in their life, and downsizing and all that is all part of that.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you correctly, Dennis, before I can begin planning, I should probably be creating a list of the things that are most important to me. Um, because, I've heard it, we've all heard it said that if I don't have a plan, I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. And what we do is that's part of our playbook. We actually help people to shape that plan and to understand that plan, even though if they didn't realize they have it. So everyone, everyone has a passion of really what they want to get to and what they want to do in life. They just kind of sometimes that's got to be pulled out of them. Some people have put it on hold for so long because of they're so worried about other people. And I often find that with widows, they come back and they're so worried about everyone else that they get to the situation and go, what do I do for myself now? So, and that was Jane was that in situation. Or, so you have your passion. And what we're about is helping you to figure out what resources you have in order to pursue that passion. And then going through and working backwards through everything that you need to say, okay, now here. So I always joke, and not joke, it's serious. A Navy SEAL, the most valuable thing to the US government, they will not put them into a situation unless they know 6 ways to take them out of the situation before they actually put them in. So unless they know how they're getting out, they don't even worry about what they're going to do when they're there, and they don't worry how they're going out. So many people sell by saying, here's your investment, go in here, it's great. And they're not worried about how it's coming out. We worry about how is the money coming out? What are you using the money for? Then let's work back towards, should it be in tax deferred? Should it be here? Should it be that? If I don't know how you're using it, I can't tell you where to put it and how to do it and what taxes and what's going to be benefit for taxes. So it's all about working from the back forwards.
That makes a whole lot of sense to me. Listen, if I want to get in touch and, talk about this in a little more detail with you and find out more, what's the best way for me to contact you?
Two simple ways, whatever's easier for you. First, you can go to Relax Tax, like Jane says, that's what we should be called, relaxtax.com, or you go to 551 249 1040, like the return. So all we do is 1040. So it's 551 249 1040. Either way, you're going to get to me.
Great, great, Dennis. Well, listen, again, thanks for taking time out of your day to be with us. Uh, I've certainly learned that I've learned a lot, from this short period together, and I'll be giving you a call to figure out where to go from here.
Oh,
Uh,
without a doubt, George. And I want to thank and put in a word for you. I mean, first, thanks for having me again. And again, we had a situation where I had an uncle pass. He had a property, and you came in, and the help and the service that you provided us really woke us up to what we could and couldn't do. We didn't know what we should do. We should get rid of stuff. And just working with you, just really cleared things up for not just myself, but our entire family. And you made us relax. So I appreciate that.
I appreciate the testimonial. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks,
All
George.